Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Monday the 19th of November, and we are glad to present you our weekly analytical review of the foreign exchange market. Last week, the pair EUR/USD showed ambiguous dynamics. The decline to 1.12 was replaced by growth to the level of 1.14. Further growth is possible to the levels of 1.1450 and 1.15. But reversal and the beginning of the decline within the descending channel to the levels of 1.1320 and 1.1250 are not excluded. Technical indicators show contradictory signals. Bollinger Bands are directed downwards, a MACD histogram is reducing in the negative zone, Stochastic is directed upwards. Fundamental events of the week include the publication of data on German GDP and manufacturing PMI of Euro area. The situation around the Italian budget for next year is also worth attention. Generally, the resumption of decline is possible, but one cannot exclude the growth to 1.1450 and 1.15. Last week, the pair GBP/USD corrected downwards under the pressure of difficulties in the negotiations regarding Brexit. Currently, the pound seeks to regain lost positions. In case of breakout the level of 1.2860, the growth is likely to continue to the levels of 1.2940 and 1.30. However, a reversal and the beginning of a decline to 1.2770 and 1.27 are seen as more likely. Indicators point at resumption of the decline. Bollinger Bands are directed downwards, a MACD histogram is growing in the negative zone, Stochastic is reversing downwards. This week, the development of the situation around the Brexit deal and the inflation report in the UK are worth attention. Generally, the resumption of decline is possible, but one cannot exclude growth in case of breakout of 1.2860. Last week, the pair USD/JPY corrected downwards and may continue to decline to the bottom line of Bollinger Bands to the area of 111.90. Breakout of the level of 113.10 near the central line of Bollinger Bands will give the prospect of continued growth to the levels of 113.85 and 114.50. Technical indicators show the decline in quotes. A MACD histogram is decreasing in the positive zone, Stochastic is directed downwards. Fundamental events of the week include the publication of data on the Consumer Price Index in Japan, as well as the comments of the Bank of Japan on monetary policy. Generally, the continuation of decline is possible, but one cannot exclude the resumption of growth in case of breakout of 113.10. Last week, the AUD/USD pair rose to the level of 0.7340, and if it consolidates above it, it can reach the levels of 0.74 and 0.7435. The level of 0.7275, which coincides with the Fibo correction of 76.4%, is seen as key for the bears. In case of its breakdown, the price may drop to the levels of 0.72 and 0.7145. Technical indicators are pointing at continued growth. Bollinger Bands and Stochastic are directed upwards, a MACD histogram is growing in the positive zone. Fundamental events of the week include the publication of the minutes of the last RBA meeting. Generally, the continuation of growth seems probable, but one cannot exclude the decline in case of breakdown of the level of 0.7275. Quotes of gold last week had ambiguous dynamics. Decline to 1196 was replaced by the growth to the level of 1225. Its breakout will give the prospect of growth continuation to the levels of 1234 and 1243. In case of a breakdown of 1216, which coincides with the Fibo level of 61.8%, decline may continue to the bottom line of Bollinger Bands at 1202. Technical indicators do not provide a clear signal. A MACD histogram is at the zero line, its volumes are insignificant. Stochastic is directed upwards. Generally, the continuation of growth is possible, but one cannot exclude a resumed decline if the level of 1216 is broken down. That's all for today, and good luck with your trading.